do. And then we each just kept inviting people, and pretty soon there wasn't any left to take home because it was all getting eaten at my house. And we were sitting like, rectangle dining room table, and people were sitting like this around the table. So we found this place. I was actually attending here at the time. And we started in the room next door. And within 6 months, we outgrew that room and just came in here. So it's really grown. At probably our highest, I think the highest attendance we had was 87 people at one point. So we had 3 tables for a while that we had to put out to accommodate all the food that we had. So, and you couldn't hardly taste because you had so many things on your plate, you couldn't distinguish one from the other. But then, it's grown, and we've had people like Janice Welsh who came to hear Victoria Batenko and Danielle, and they were cooks extraordinaire, chefs extraordinaire, I should say, and figured out all kinds of ways to make things like chicken fingers and barbecue ribs that were raw food, and it was amazing. And everybody's here has researched recipes and brought things, and it's just been amazing through the years to see the circle of people coming. Some come, some go, some move away from town, some are outside of town so they can't come real often, but it's been a great group. And for those of you who weren't here earlier when we came, Bob said we can use this place if we want to do a reunion potluck every now and again, maybe every 6 months or something like that.
Yay!
Have a reunion potluck. So here's the deal: when you get an email from me, you have to open it and read it. Many people commented to me, it's so sad that Creative Health Institute is closed, but if you had read my last 3 emails, you would know Creative Health Institute is now Vibrant Health Institute, and it is open now, again. So, and they are doing the same work, following the N. Wigmore program and growing wheatgrass and teaching people raw food. So you can still go there. Look at past emails or go on my website and check it out. And I'm doing some revamping of my website. I hope to have it a little more information so it's educational in itself. It's mainly been the spot for all the recipes. So if you need a recipe, cricketlot.com, cricket with 1 T, lot with 2 T's, cricketlot.com, just like the bug, cricket. Tons and tons of recipes from the time that we started the potluck back in 1998. So,
Wow.
So there are lots and lots of recipes on there, including Janet Allen. Where is she? Oh, she's hugging. The awesome egg salad that was there. I don't know how she made it, but there is an egg salad recipe on the website. There was something soft in there that reminded me of eggs, so I don't know what that was, but mushrooms. Cool. So amazing things that you can do with raw food recipes. So anyone have any stories that they are interested in sharing? Bob?
I came here 17 years ago. We were next to the door. They asked me to come speak on ionized water, which I sell. And they made all this food and all these sweet potato pies and all this stuff. I just couldn't believe it. I've been eating kind of some salad. This wonderful woman here in the red hat, Hiawatha, introduced me to the whole thing. Got me interested in sprouts. I was selling her sprouts, and she was bringing them into my store over on West Saginaw, and then I just got into this. So 17 years I've been a raw foodist, slowly getting more and more raw, and it's just wonderful. You've done a great job. Beth isn't here anymore, but Beth did a great job for many years, And anyway, so much to have this community. We have one of the largest in the state. But anyway, you guys come out, we'll get together with Cricket, come out to the Watershed Wellness, and every 6 months ago, we'll have this amazing food here. And you can see how you can eat tasty, wonderful food and be healthy.
Yeah.
That's Bob.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Give us directions here, thank you.
Janice, are you interested in telling how you started coming here and your experience with it?
I'll be brief. But first of all, I want to thank Cricket because when I first started, I didn't know how we found out about it.
I think at the Better Health Store, there was a sign for Victoria.
It was Nancy, the Roto-Rooter lady. We were getting those Roto-Rooters, and she told us about, you know what's Roto-Rooter? You look puzzled. Okay.
Kalani.
So anyway, she told us about this that was coming, and I think it was like $15, and she prepared this wonderful meal, and I was complaining. I was telling my daughter, I was like, they expect me to pay $15 and I'll eat some raw food. And she was like, Mom, we spend $30, $40, $50 on a meal. What's a little $15? I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So we came and it was wonderful. I think that because Victoria did that, I saw that you could eat crackers. She had a pate, a sandwich, she had dessert, and the food was wonderful. As soon as I tasted that food, it changed my life. I was diabetic. Her son, Victoria's son, was had type 1 diabetes, and I figured if it could cure him, then certainly it could cure me. So I instantly stopped taking that medication that you had to take for the rest of your life, and within 4 days my blood sugar returned to normal, and it's been it's been normal ever since. Now my daughter, where is she? She's tied somewhere. Like the second day. Oh, okay. The second day of that raw food diet, my blood sugar spiked up. And I was at a crossroads. I was either gonna start taking those pills or continue eating the raw food. And my daughter looked at me and she goes, Mom, you're not gonna die in a day. Just stay with the raw food. Okay, baby. So the rest is history. I went to the doctor, they checked my blood sugar, they do a history, and it was normal, and they did it 3 months later, and it was still normal. So then they decided they wanted to go up the alley again and find some polyps, and I said, I'm out of here, you guys are just looking for stuff now. So a lot of things happened. My skin cleared up, my teeth were getting loose in the sockets. All kinds of things were happening. I was just breaking down. But when I started eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, my whole life changed. I almost wish I had a before and after. I know Danielle has a before and after in the book. But enough about me. I really wanted to talk about Cricket. We have a card going around that we wanted you to sign. And we wanted to get her something special.
Aw.
Because she's the one that's been carrying this thing for how long? 15, 16, 17 years? Oh, goody tears, that's what I was looking for. And I love her because when you first get started eating raw food, the only thing you can think of is lettuce. So she has these wonderful raw food things, and once a month we got to go and try different things. And there were different recipes that I never would have tried, like that egg salad, that were really good. And then Graciela, she's sitting over here being quiet. But her and her husband were coming, and he would make what they call the raw food hummus and crackers, and we just used to love them. So everybody has pretty much been a part and support of this group. I see you back there, big head. Don't try to hide from me. That dude in the black shirt. Him and I did a TV show together. We used to do a TV show called Eat Fresh Food, where we would teach people how to make Food on the Cable Network. He was part of that show. I don't know who else was. We've just been wonderful. Bob, he has just been amazing and extremely supportive. We did a raw food retreat in, somebody help me.
Song of the morning?
Song of the Morning. It was a yoga retreat place, and it was wonderful. In fact, Bob's little boy, who was about this big, which is now about this big, he made popsicles, and they were just really good. Everybody really enjoyed the food. My sister came up from Detroit area, and she said her boyfriend told her, be sure to eat plenty of food before you go to that raw food thing, because you're going to be starving. When they got finished eating, they said they were so full, all they could do was go back in the room and just lay down and go to sleep. So it is fulfilling and fulfilling. It's been fun. It can change your life, your health. It gives you a better attitude. You know, we got to the point where we couldn't even kill ants anymore. It really changes your attitude. So Cricket, I thank you for putting this all on for us. I think she was a really solid foundation where we saw a place to land.
Amen.
You know, when you kind of get bored, maybe with the food, the food group is coming next month, let's go see what they got. And it would always be something good. Hiawatha would bring these marvelous dishes. Don't think that I don't see you over there in that red outfit. And everybody. Okay, I've said enough. Thanks, Cricket.
Not at this time. She's got a mouthful. Danielle, would you like to give a testimony on what you healed with raw food? Then we'll let Janet start about 7 o'clock here.
Hi. My name is Danielle Anwar, and I just want to thank Cricket personally because had she not invited Victoria to Tango on March 24, 2003, I would have still been very sick, very allergenic, very asthmatic. I would have been 232 pounds still, and I would have been sick. So I want to thank her personally for having that event to help my mom also heal her body of diabetes and just give us that missing link, which was the raw food, to get us back into health. So thank you so much for all that you've done for all of us by having this group. And I hope we do every 6 months, Bob, Hiawatha, like, everybody here, and all of you, have helped to help us on our health journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else have any stories?
I really want to, I like to always start out any conversation that I have with my favorite song. You have a marvelous, self-healing body, for you are so fearfully and wonderfully made. And I have a marvelous, self-healing body, for I am so fearfully and wonderfully made. And we all have a marvelous, self-healing body, for we are so fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's the truth.
Amen.
Cricket has been instrumental in helping us to stay on track. And I really appreciate Cricket for her helpfulness. I would always say, whenever I wanted something, I would just call Cricket, and she was always willing to comply. I'm really going to miss this group. And I hope that we'll get together periodically, But Cricket took on all the responsibilities, setting up all the time, tearing down all the time. I tell you, she had determination and stick-to-itness. And we really appreciate you very much. And so, I'm going to miss seeing everybody periodically, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why the attendance started decreasing. But I've been eating rapids, and I started getting older. So it was hard. People say, how about that? Don't you tell people you're 83 years old? I said, well, I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm 83 years old, but I don't like to drive at night anymore. So that creates a problem for me. And so thankfully, where's Janice? She made sure that I got here tonight. There she is. Just all the work that Cricket has done.
Margie couldn't be here tonight, but she wanted to be sure that she was included because we got you a little something, and so she helped with that.
Aw. Okay.
Love you, Cricket. Took me a year after I heard about it. Well, first I walked, went away, and said, I'm going to creative wellness, and I'm going to learn about raw food. Tell me about it when you come back. She came back and said, no, not interested. 2 years later, Moselle said, hey, you got to go to Cricket's because she's having raw food. You can go taste it and everything. I think I was kind of ready then, and I came the wrong night, and then I said, okay, I'll come back the next night. And I had somebody drop me off. And I'm standing out in the cold waiting for somebody to pick me up. But then I came back and I said, okay. I brought Ezekiel bread and cucumber sandwiches. There was another guy who was brand new that day and said, we don't eat Ezekiel bread. So he and I ate the Ezekiel bread. But then I went around and I said, this doesn't look very good. Let me try a little bit of everything. I was so satisfied. I've been walking around hungry for years, and all of a sudden, I felt fulfilled and satisfied. And it didn't look like anything, that they advertise on TV with, special camera tricks and everything. And then I was told that I went 3 months on raw and just eating whatever was available. And then I was able to come back to Cricket's and say, okay, let me try some of those recipes that she used to have on little cards around. And so I would go back and try different recipes, and I would get creative. And then I even found one of my recipes, and I said, wow, this is good chicken pie. And I said, where'd you get it? She said, Cricket said, Carl, that's your recipe. I mean, you get so crazy, you forget what you did yesterday. But, this has been really great to come back and forth, and I thank you. And then we became co-authors, and we got to learn a lot about each other for 3 years, meeting once a week to write this book, and then being telephone conference for once a week for another year to edit each other's chapters and get to know each other and how we approach health. There were 6 of us, Janet, and I think, Hiawatha, you planted a seed here, and I guess you two were such together that, you ran on that seed and you planted your own seed and you grew all of us and you did the website. We could go online, and I told so many people I run across, just go to livinghighhill.com. So I don't know what's coming next, I'm sure you'll tell us. But I thank all of you and all of us over the years. Phenomenal, thanks. And I don't get headaches anymore. and I eliminate on a regular basis now. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It warms my heart to hear all these stories.
What'd you bring?
Wonderful.
Nothing. I brought Hiawatha.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marie. My name is Marie, and I'm from Jackson, Michigan, and I've been coming to the workshop whenever I could. And it's been a pleasure coming, and I appreciate Cricket so much. I appreciate Hiawatha, I appreciate Gail, I appreciate Nancy, and so many of you that has helped me help others. I was so sick many years ago, before I heard anything about raw food or alternative lifestyle. The doctor was getting ready to do a butcher job on me. So I started talking to certain people, and all I knew was going to the doctor, doing what the doctor said. If they say cut, cut. If they say medicine, medicine, and that's just what I was doing. So I appreciate these people that have shown me another way. And I've been trying to spread it and help people. Many of them have been to the church and been to Jackson with us, trying to help us get all people interested. But many of them have listened. I know one practitioner that we used to go to many times, many years ago in Detroit. She was telling us that if you can get 10 people to listen, you're doing well. So I think I've gotten 10 people to listen. So I like to leave it with you. If you can impress someone and encourage someone, don't get discouraged. Keep on spreading the good word. You're not going to get many people, but that 10% is a plus. And we can do great work. If we get out of here, the potluck is ended, but not for us. We keep on our journey. We can start our own workshops in our homes, and we can invite people over and continue this work. Cricket has done a wonderful job. All these people in this type lights out. I've done a wonderful job, and I appreciate what you've done for me, Stephanie, a great deal. So just keep up the good work, spread it and keep going, don't let them stop. The envelope, okay, we gotta keep it going. Okay.
I had been in a couples Bible study at our church way back when, and I was getting to socialize with everybody, and they were starting to do their whole potluck, and they're getting food on the grill and stuff. And I brought out my veggie burger, and everybody looked at me and goes, "What's that?" And I go, "It's something ours with meat." And they're like, "Okay." So they put it on the grill and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden they're like, "So you're not into all this meat stuff, are you?" And I go, "Not particularly like you guys are." And they're like, "You've got a meat cricket." And I go, "What's a cricket?" So after that, I got Cricket's phone number, and the rest is history. So Santa Claus.
Thank you.
I'm Joyce Lynn McPherson, and I'm a slow bird, but every time I come home, I look forward to these gatherings and meeting new people. And like Louise Marie said, we need to spread. I travel, and I always spread the word and hope that in those places I am at, that they develop a small circle like this. This is unique. This is very unique. And I'm going to miss it. I really am going to miss it. So, good health and prosperity to everyone.
Jocelyn was sick when I met her years and years ago. She knew nothing about it. I met her through my daughter, my son, and his wife, and she's been moving on ever since. She had a condition that she really taken care of, and I love her very much.
Well, we probably should have our honored guest speak. She said her talk is 39 minutes. 38 minutes, she said. She emailed me and said, "My talk is 38 minutes. Do you think it'll be okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think that'll be great." Yeah, Janet has been coming to the potluck group for a long time as well. When did you start coming? Do you remember? Oh, okay. So 2003, right? Was that 2003? Yeah, so she's moved away, so that's why she isn't with us now, but she came down, she's written her book, and we'd like to hear more about what you found during your research with that. So thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you, Cricket. I remember being in the little room, and I think you were in the little room longer than 6 months. Oh. Because I was there in 3, and then you moved in here. And I went raw the same night as Janice and Danielle. And I came, somebody from Deacon invited me to come and hear Victoria Lopenko. I was a nurse practitioner, and I was scientific. I believed everything they told me in nursing school. I believed everything the doctor told me. He said that.